Alrighty, hello. Welcome back, guys. I'm going to be racing again here tonight. Tonight we're in Kansas. Hopefully it'll be a better race if you guys showed up for the last stream, which I didn't upload again, but I did complete it. I did finish the whole race. We raced at Charlotte. Give you a recap. Dominated the race, kicked butt. Gonna fly over here to career real quick. Gonna go down here to driver standings right now. So we are in the chase. And currently we're here. We're second. We were first. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but I have 3,043 points. Dale Jr. won that race. He won Charlotte. So that took him ahead in points. No one in the chase has won as far as I've known, as far as I've seen. But it's currently Dale Jr., me, Greg Biffle, Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Truex Jr., Jimmy Johnson, I think Brett Keselowski, and maybe Denny Hamlin. But, oh, actually, I think Jeff Gordon's in it too. I'm not sure who's in the chase and who's eliminated or whatnot. Let me go ahead and open my chat in case anyone has shown up. Just on the off chance. Doubtful. Hopefully this will get uploaded to YouTube, though. We'll turn this down. So, understandably, this is a late stream and whatnot, but yeah, our last green flag pit stop in the Charlotte race. I guess we didn't plan too well or something, but Joey Logano and Jr. ended up pulling ahead in the first and second. I came out behind them, and I mean, I closed a 15-second gap down to about 3 or 4 seconds, but yeah, we qualified first, finished third. Dover, we started 8th, last lap wreck, and then it put us in 21st. It sucked. New Hampshire, same thing. Qualified first, last lap wreck, put us in 12th. And Chicago, actually that was our first chase race, so we have won. We're looking for a second win. So we're looking for a win here in Kansas today. And we got Talladega, which I know I can do. So we're looking for a good race at Talladega. Martinsville, not too confident about. Then we got Texas, Phoenix, and Homestead, and thinking those should be pretty good races. So we're going to head over to Kansas. We're going to be racing with the CN Safety Clean car. So we are going to get this race done. Just going to go through real quick. Don't think I've done anything yet, so we gotta go ahead and practice. We gotta go ahead and qualify. I'm gonna get a few practice laps done, and we're gonna qualify, and then we'll just skip all the way over to racing, and we'll get the racing done. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, I'm sorry for the not so decent quality, but it is what it is, I guess, at this point. Alrighty. Alright, here's everything. So we're going to do about 10 minutes, 7 minute, 5 minute qualifying, 60% difficulty, and everything else is the same. We're going to be at 187 laps, so 70% race. What is a full race? 276. Okay. Alright, let's get going. No tuning, so we're just going to head out on the track and just go. I don't usually use a tuning setup for this track. Ooh, there we already go. That's one thing I got to be careful with this track is over accelerating out of corners or in the corners, especially on cold rubber right now. But they'll quickly heat up. But this is one of my favorite tracks to race at. I haven't actually been to the track itself, but I've seen it. I was in Kansas City It's on the Kansas side, so it is in the state of Kansas, but it's in Kansas City, Missouri, or I'm sorry, Kansas City, Kansas. Wow. And yeah, it's a nice track. It's right near Cabela's, I believe. A very large Cabela's and a water slide. It's like a water park nearby. I can't remember specifically, but it's just running a little better. Alrighty, so we kind of get the gist. I'll pit this time by, and we'll go head off to qualifying. So qualifying, we're going to run a different line. I think pit road speed's about 45, so we'll have to work on that. We will have to work on that. So we'll end the session. We'll end it. Go to qualifying. I'm going to hit set up for the qualifying tune, or the setup. I do have a custom race, but I don't really like to use it. It's not. I might use it on the. I'll do one more practice session. I'll show you. I'll just do that. See if I can do any better with it.
Let's go to work now, buddy. Come on.
Alrighty, here we go. I still hate group qualifying. I wish we didn't have to. Love just get 2 laps. Just give it all you got. We're trying for the pole, so. Oh, you idiot.
Hard inside, just looking. Low side's clear.
Yeah. Give that one more shot. That's what I hate about group qualifying is these cars, they just slide right up the track, and it's like you're running slower than me right now. Part of my car is still damaged too from that. Great. Oh well, I don't think that's going to affect anything. It shouldn't anyways. It shouldn't affect anything too much. So 30.03 is the best we're going to do. We will head into the pits this time. I'll just get 2 laps out of this, and
Looking outside.
you know, we can come back up on the track. That's cool. I was kind of hoping up here.
Watch your speed. No,
45.
Man, check out.
Ah, crap. All right, well, we're going to have to work on our entries.
Okay, let's get this stuff figured out.
Alrighty, so wait time. We'll wait about we'll do about 4 minutes. And then we'll get back out there and maybe try and knock off a few more laps or so. Just a shame that whatever that is already broken on my car or damaged. I don't know if that's the brakes or what that is specifically that's broken on my car. I've never actually been able to figure that out. Alright, so the closest one to me is Ryan Newman. He's about 0.60 off from my time. 0.60 seconds.
Put it up top. Clear low.
Whoa! He kind of smacked into me, so that was his fault. See if we can't beat at least get close to a 30.03.
Time is almost up, pal. Better make sure you're happy with
I
yourself.
don't think we are. Yeah, my car's kind of starting to get a little loose. No, we are about a second slower already. We got one of the Bush brothers closing in on us. 0.40, so...
We're on the high side.
Not bad. It's a little quicker. And this time I will try entering pit road.
Close the door, buddy. Finish up this lap. We'll call it a day. Not too fast on pit road, buddy. Nascar's watching.
Alright, so we qualified for the next round. That's good. That's awesome. So,
Come on, let's do this now. It's not going to work.
Here we go. Good lap. That was a good lap. Fine with me, so give it one more lap, see what we can do. Hey, there we go. I was even running through the grass. Alrighty, I'll pit this time by. I think we need to change anything.
Too fast, man. Check out.
Dang, I need to.
All right, let's do this.
I really need to start braking earlier. Because that's going to be a problem for green flag pit stops or something.
Car up top, free back. Car outside. I'm gonna get to your corner. Car outside you. Stay on the bottom.
See, that's how that should be run when the cars come on the track like that.
Car three back.
Ooh, that was nice.
Time's up, buddy. Finish this lap. We'll head back in. We don't need a black flag for speeding. Watch those dials.
little slower. Alrighty, let's do our last qualifying round. Two laps, looks like I think I can do better. And then we'll try pitting. Yeah, I can do better than that. Probably be running a third lap. These laps suck. Yeah. That was a bad lap too. Now I can do a 30.73 again. Ooh. Bump back to third. There we go. Second. Need to claw back 5 seconds. That's all I need. Three seconds, okay. I need 3 more seconds. 0.3 more seconds.
Time is almost up, pal. Better make sure you're happy with your setup.
There we go. Alrighty. Just stay out because there's no sense to go in anymore. Perfect. I got the pole. Now we'll try pitting real quick.
Watch your speed. Let's not give Nascar a reason to black flag us. Yeah, way to take that pole. Awesome job, man. This day just keeps getting better and better. Can't get much better than that, driver. Can't get much better than that.
All right, let's see where everyone's at. We got me, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Klasky, Larson, Edwards, Kenseth, Boyer, Stewart, Newman, Allgaier, Biffle, Vickers, Gordon, King, Truex Jr. Where is, yeah, Junior's back in 28, so. Alrighty, let's go racing. We're gonna skip. We're gonna go to the race.
I left Vegas to give you everything you got out there today. You could wind up in victory lane. Good luck there, driver.
All right, let's go racing.
Welcome to Kansas Speedway in America's heartland for today's running of the Hollywood 400. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip. Like these guys, these crew chiefs, they can throw away the notebook. This is a whole new racetrack. Progressive banking, extremely fast. Hang on to your helmet. Along with Kentucky, Kansas is NASCAR's newest venue, and a whole city of entertainment options have grown up around this speedway. The folks in the Midwest, they like their racing as much as anybody in the country. And in its short history, this track has proven to be one of the most competitive in America.
All right. Here we go. Spin the tires.
Let's go really fast racing today, boys and girls. Outside. Still up high. Car up top. Clear right. Car tucked in behind you. Car inside you. We'll get it next time, buddy. Inside. One inside. Nice pass, man. Keep working. Clear down low. Car inside. One on the bottom. Doing an awesome job today, buddy. Car inside. Trying to get to your corner. He's right on you. On your bumper. Car inside at your door. One down low. Three wide. Two
If I
inside.
can just get down low. Let Edwards go.
We're just as fast as him. Let's chase him back down. Car on the bottom. Two back. Hold your position. Inside's clear.
That's where I wanted to be.
Three wide. Two high. One outside.
Oh, there it is.
Man, fight back. Clear's a second ahead.
My bad. Got a little loose.
No one working the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna get freight train with everyone.
You got this. Nice work, man.
Not the start I was looking for. But that's all right.
Four wide.
Ooh.
Come on, buddy. Focus. Let's get that back.
Yep,
We
caution.
gotta go to work now. We gotta go to work. Yeah, caution's out. Roll out of the throttle, buddy.
Oh, hit the cone. Alrighty. Whee! And hit the cone.
Racetrack's clear.
Yeah, we're gonna pit. Wanna adjustment. Inside the car's a little bruised. It's all right. Not to lead the whole race. It does make it interesting. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do that. That's 11 seconds. Are you kidding me? Jeez. No feel. I want to stay on track with everyone else. So.
Okay, we need to be fast here. In and out. Let's go.
All right, that's fine.
Now that's one of the fastest of the day. Awesome work, guys. Awesome work. Like I said, we got a real good car here.
My shiny car.
You'll start at the tail of the field.
Yeah, I know. You don't gotta tell me. You know how I said I'm good at Kansas? I really am. I'm not this bad. So.
First is leading by 3 seconds.
Yeah, we'll catch him.
Okay, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
That was my... Okay. I barely grazed him.
Come on, buddy. We're right out of that one. Gotta just be smooth, calm, and forward. Car outside, at your door. Eyeside's clear. Car up top, just looking. They're on the outside.
You know, I think I'm gonna use my one restart. We'll do that. We'll do that. No. We'll do this. We'll try again. Do one restart. Go from there.
Car outside. At your door, up top. Keep it low. Keep it low. Car one back. On your right side. Car one back. Still right behind you. Still behind you. Inside. Running great, buddy. All that work's paying off. Awesome lap.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
Car closing on the inside. Check your inside.
No, not again.
You're good right there. Left side's clear. We can do this all day. Car approaching low. Car in line with you.
I'm just gonna do this. Try and pull away a little bit. It didn't really work.
Looking inside. Car inside. Clear left.
No, stay over there.
Watch your rear. Stay high. Okay, let's go get him. One inside. Clean air here, buddy. Get into a rhythm.
That was a good corner. Pulled away a little bit.
Nice and smooth. You're way out in front. Use that clean air.
Here we go. It's a better run.
Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging. Whatever you're doing, you just keep doing it.
I was thinking about it the other day, or not the other day. I was actually just thinking about it, mentioning that I've seen this racetrack. Racetracks I've actually been to. Because there's obviously a lot of racetracks out there, and I have a list of tracks I would love to go to. But I was thinking about it yesterday. Not I was saying yesterday. I was thinking about it just when I was saying, "Oh, I've seen Kansas. I've seen the Motor Speedway and stuff. I've only been to two actual NASCAR tracks. And that's it. I grew up in Maine. We used to go to New Hampshire. We used to go to the September Loudon race, the Sylvania 300, and I went to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Went to the Brickyard when I lived in West Lafayette, Indiana, for a summer after we moved in with my mom's fiance.
Keep digging, buddy. Not over yet.
But yeah, those are the two racetracks I've been to, and I was near. We were in the complex for Kansas Speedway. Oh, you're gonna slow down, ain't you? You idiot! Get out of my way.
Car outside. At your door. Clear up high.
Well, thanks for blowing that lead.
You can get past us in a couple laps if you don't speed it up.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Just coming along.
Yeah, crap.
You're good high. Inside.
Then he hit my car.
Set him up. That's it. Watch your mirror. He's coming up fast. Stay down. Car outside. Still with you.
Oh, he saved it. My bad.
Clear.
Just, you guys keep coming up and I'm going down. That was a dirty way to do that. My bad. But yeah, no. I mean, I would love to go to Bristol. Love to go to Bristol. Martinsville, Richmond, all the short tracks. I mean, the big tracks are cool. I mean, I'd love to go to Daytona, just because it's Daytona. I'd love to go to Speed Week, but for actually watching the race, I would love to see Bristol. Where's the short track? I mean, who doesn't like a short track? NASCAR needs more short tracks in general. This is my line. We're going down a lap now. But yeah, so no, I'd love to go to Bristol. We're not terribly far away from Bristol, from where I'm at. You know, comparatively speaking to where I was in Maine, you know, we were very far away. But Bristol isn't too far from here. Kind of, I think 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hours to get to. So it's not unreasonable. I mean, Loudon was about an hour and a half to get to. Laconia, New Hampshire. Yeah, I think it was about an hour or so, hour and a half. It was a bit of a car ride. Or a little car ride, so it wasn't bad. But I'm really hopeful that this stream gets uploaded. After it's done, because my last stream didn't, and I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't get uploaded. So, I mean, it wasn't long. It was under 2.5 hours, and I've done 2.5 hour streams, so. So I don't know what the big issue was. So we'll wait and see if this one gets uploaded. Hopefully it does. I mean, I'd also like to go to Kansas too. So, I mean, I can fly in and go next year. I have a buddy out in Kansas named DJ. He has a Crown Vic like me, and probably see if maybe he wants to go to Kansas Speedway next year. See if we can go or something. I'll fly in. He can pick me up, and yeah, we'll go down. Yeah. Starting to get in a nice rhythm here as we settle into the race.
Keep digging, buddy. Not over yet. Go high. Go high. Hard inside, Jay. Put it on the low side. Put her up high.
Yeah, we're back out of throttle. Try to get some of our lead back over these cars.
Keep it low. Keep it low. It's coming high. On your right side.
Now we were in a rhythm. Now I'm kind of out of it. Stay off of it.
Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging.
There we go. Yeah, now the field's starting to get staggered out, so.
There you go.
Try to get by him as my car slides up the track. And now the guys behind me are going to start getting caught up in these lapped cars. That's not my line. I got to find my line again. Try and hug the bottom. Hug the bottom and slide up.
We having fun out there?
There's that inner groove right here, that line in the track. I want to try and just hug the bottom one as best as I can, like this. Just kind of straddle it. I don't even know the white line. You know, anywhere between there. Just kind of ride through the corner. Come back down that white line. Come here. Of course, now we're passing traffic, so kind of screwed me up a little bit.
Clear up top.
Me and the AI really don't get along too well. There's this guy again. Josh Wise.
Right side's clear. No one's going to touch you out here today. Right's all clear, bud. Put on the left.
Draft Stenhouse for a little bit. Touch that apron. Get my car out of whack. And then we'll come down here and try and pass everyone.
All right. Outside. Stay on the bottom. One outside. Right on the high side.
Trying to keep that goal that I mentioned last stream. Complete one race without messing up the car. Too much anyways.
We can do this all day.
Gonna be getting close to green flying pit stops. I don't think I'm going to make any changes to the car. I don't think I'm going to add rubbers. I like the car just the way it is. Grill tape's fine. Yeah, I think we'll just leave the car the way it is. Pretty happy with it. The default Kansas tuning, I'm happy with it. Oops. That's my bad. Too fast in the corner.
Doing great. Nice and steady. Second place is way back.
Yeah, they're getting caught up in some traffic, looks like, because they're starting to fall back in terms of second place. Ah, crap. Get off that apron. Stay off the apron. Stay off the apron. Yeah, I can see second place behind me. He's right there. He's not too far behind. I think we're making adjustments. I'm gonna say, I was thinking for a second, like, well, maybe we could make an adjustment. So that way we're not worrying about the guys behind us, but I think we're doing all right. Close to you. 30th, Stewart. You're in the chase, and you're 30th. Okay.
Clear high. Check your outside. Park your door. Up top, at your door. Car outside you. Right on the high side. Keep digging, buddy. Not over yet. Car outside. Car up high. Clear on the outside.
That's a pretty good run right there. I like that for the middle of the corner.
Clear high.
Dip his draft a
Watch your
little bit.
inside.
Anyone pit road? Nope. Yeah, that's pretty good line right there through the middle of the corner. I like that. We'll try that a little bit more. See what works here on turns 1 and 2. Same line? Not really. I mean, it's fast. I don't know. Yeah, I guess up there is fine. So later, we're starting to wear everything out. Right here in the middle of the corner works best. I don't want to get too used to it just because we're going to be pitting here pretty quick, but that works just as well too. Yeah, I like the middle of the corner. Right up through there was really great. A couple more laps, we'll think about pitting. Alrighty. Someone's on pit road. I think we'll stop this time by.
On the bottom, 3 back. Let's not get caught speeding on pit road. You need some fuel? I think we should change those tires out.
Fine with me.
We're ready for you, buddy.
Looks like most of the guys behind me came in too. Except Biffle. Biffle obviously didn't. He passed me. Murray stayed out. Nara stayed out. Blaney. Hamlin and roll up. Alrighty. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. About ready to go lap down. So I can get back out there. I think we're going to go lap down. Let's see, it's going to be close. This is going to be close. Right on the verge. Nope, we didn't. Awesome. And he's pitting too. Perfect. Get out of my way. Ooh, just nicked it. So I'm guessing slower traffic, everyone's starting to go down. No, not really. Oh, God. Whatever that line was, I liked it. Should be paying attention to that. kind of right around the middle of the track works pretty well. I like it. But definitely next season, when I start my next season, I'm upping the difficulty up from 60 to 70. 60, I mean, 60 is good, but I just don't think they have enough oomph behind it. But I want to finish the season out with 60 and see how 70 treats me. Actually, I started the season out with 55% difficulty, and after from there, I don't know if I did a race once, just a single player race. Didn't count towards anything, but I just wanted to race in Richmond real quick, and I thought I set the difficulty to 70 or 80%, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm just blowing past all the cars. I'm like, wow, these guys can't race and whatnot. I'm like, what is going on? And then I went back. I'm like, oh, I set the difficulty to 10%. Like, I was just passing everyone like no tomorrow. It was crazy. Like, even I spun out and still passed everyone. Like, I kind of drove backwards and still passed everyone. But what made me bump the difficulty up from 55 to 60, or was it 50%? I think it was just 50%. 50% to 60% was I was racing in Atlanta. I think it was like my second or third race, and the AI it could not do Atlanta for some reason. I think just the difficulty setting with Atlanta just did not work because the cars were always wrecking. They were getting loose in the corners. They were just wobbling around like someone was running into them. So like I think we ended up having like 22 cautions that race. Maybe that's probably an over exaggeration. We had a crap ton of cautions. Like a very very exciting race. Needless to say, I think I still ended up winning that one. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, like I said, this game's AI is just something else. It's not the best. I mean, it's good for what it is. It gets the job done, and the AI definitely gives you a run for your money, I suppose. But it's not the best run for your money I'd like. Like, see, I don't know why he dropped off so hard like that. Is this Junior? Yes, it is. You got like 3 fuel tanks in there? I swear to God, you pit last race. And I still lost. It was a race like this. I was kicking butt. I was lapping all these cars and whatnot, and I still ended up losing the race. So... I will say, though, I've gotten better at some of my worst tracks this year. Previously in NASCAR 14, my tracks I couldn't do well at were Bristol, Martinsville, Dover, Darlington. Some of the best tracks to race at. I mean, Dover is a really fun track, the Monster Mile. Darlington, it's the last great racetrack left in NASCAR, the old school track. Didn't do well at Charlotte in NASCAR 14 either. Had some other bad tracks in NASCAR 14 too. But yeah, no, I think I've improved at some of these tracks, especially it's Bristol. I won at Bristol, comparatively speaking to the Wreckfest that it was, and I think I did not finish in NASCAR 14. I was a DNF. Place year 15th. There's only 14 cars in the lead lap now. But yeah, I think I placed 12th at Darlington. I finished the race. I didn't win, but I finished. Bristol I won. Martinsville I still haven't raced at, and I know it's going to be horrible. I know I'm going to do horrible at Martinsville. I've already did a couple practice races there. Ooh, that was almost the one. I've done a couple practice races, and I can't race at Martinsville. I just can't turn the car. I've tried multiple tunes to help me at Martinsville, and it just does not work. I cannot get through Martinsville. So it's going to be a challenge. I raced there earlier this year, and I did moderately okay. Didn't win, but yeah, no, those tracks in NASCAR 14 could not race at. They couldn't do it. Aiden's not doing too well. Chase Elliott just passed him pretty easily.
Closing on the bottom. Low side's clear. Inside. Clear left side.
Love watching him shoot up behind me like that. Gotta get around these guys. Gotta get around them somehow. I think they're racing on fresher tires is kind of the issue here. Oh, my bad. My bad.
At your door up top. Or outside you. Clear on the outside.
I honestly knew he was coming up, but I just kind of sat for like, oh, he's not that car. That car's not gonna come up. Yep, it did. Went right smack into the back of him. I mean, you see that? There's debris on the track. It's like, why isn't that? That would be a caution, Class A caution. Yeah, I'm okay with hitting you. I really don't like you.
We can do this all day. High side's clear.
Yeah, I went over that last race. My favorite drivers and my least favorite drivers. Growing up, I was a big Mark Martin fan. Number 6 Pfizer car. And, of course, he was number 6 Valvoline. And did he go AAA? Was it AAA? No, I think he was. I think that was David Reagan after David Reagan took the car. But yeah, then he was the Army. He was Go Army. Number 8. Then he was number 5, Kellogg's car. And towards the end of his career, he was number 55, Aaron's. And that was that. Now it's Brian Vickers in that car. Yeah, Mark Martin was my guy. Loved Mark Martin. I used to race him all the time in NASCAR 2003. NASCAR Thunder, yeah, 2003. Speaking of Brian Vickers, there he is, right in front of me. But I always hated how in NASCAR 2003 it wouldn't, it just said Mark Martin's name over the car because he was sponsoring narcotics and whatnot. Or no, he was Viagra. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was Viagra and Pfizer. Obviously, that's a narcotic. It's a erectile dysfunction. Just it is what it is. I mean, I like to be PG here on my live streams. I'm trying to be family friendly, more oriented that way. But yeah, no, I mean, they plaster the commercials all over TV, so it's not like anything smaller ears have never heard. It's just they know what it is. But it'll come with time. But no, yeah, no, it just said his name on the car, and of course that was the same thing with Dale Jr. because he was sponsored by beer. Any beer sponsors were just any sponsor that was kind of inappropriate for children just had the guy's name on it. Like even here in NASCAR 15, Clint Boyer is, what is he, 5 Hour Energy in this game? Yeah, he's 5 Hour Energy, and just his name on the car. And I think there may be one more. I don't think so. I think it's just Boyer. Now if I wait, if I slow down enough, we can actually see Boyer's car. I don't know if he's racing it. But I find it weird how you had to enter your birth date here in NASCAR. That would have been bad. And you could unlock number 2 car, Miller Lite, Keselowski. You could unlock all his Miller sponsored cars, but you still don't have Clint Boyers. You don't have Harvick's Busch car, Busch beer. That's the only sponsors in NASCAR that have alcohol. I always found that weird. I'm like, why was it just Keselowski's car that was unlocked? Ooh, 4 wide. This is sketchy. Ooh, yeah, they got a little sketchy. I'm glad nobody wrecked into me. Oh, you closed the door. Close the door. That was a good move. That was a good, clean move. It's actually the best time I've had with the AI. I probably spoke too soon. We'll wait and see. Ooh, yeah, you were going to try it again. I don't think so. Crossover. Stay down here. Oh. Nice job, buddy. Great save. Let's get back in the gas. Right's clear. Start worrying about my lead now. Starting to. Well, I mean, I'm still pretty solid lead right now. That was a good save. He is right. It was a good save. I'm pretty good like that. Should be running my line here in the middle. So I was trying to do, but the traffic was kind of getting a little weird. We got through it, of course, by putting someone on the wall, per usual. Because I just can't race clean to save my life. There we go. There's my line. But that was fun. I have usually don't do too well around the AI. I mean, 4 wide. God, that was crazy. Of course, Ty Dillon sitting still, per usual. At least in the game. And nothing against Ty Dillon. I like Ty Dillon. Don't like his brother, however. Place are you in, McMurray? You are 13th.
Keep high, keep high. We're on the inside.
It's alright, it's alright. Just give him a little nudge. I know I'm back here. Not too worried about passing him. Gonna kind of hang out behind him.
Nice and smooth. You're way out front. Use that clean air.
Making good progress around the track. Ooh. That was bad. Almost came up on him and spun him out. Car's starting to heat up a little bit.
You having fun out there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Better than the no I previously gave you though. My right leg is starting to fall asleep pretty bad. There's Stewart. Just stay down low and try to cool down the car a little bit because I'm heating up pretty bad. I think next lap with pit.
Clear right. Clear left.
A little too rough.
Check your inside. Looking inside. Remember pit road speed.
Oof, a little quick.
Okay, let's make this work.
Hopefully that is not a penalty for 2 miles over the limit. I don't think it should be. And that's Biffle again. There's Newman and I forget who that is. 51. 51. I forget who that is. Don't think anyone's going to be on watching this right now, so. Right, let's go. Before we go down the lap. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, that's a shame. Biffle stayed out. Alright, lap 89, so we're under 100 laps to go. It's about another 50 minutes left in the race. Ish. A little under an hour. Biffle is pitting. Is he? Yeah, he's pitting. Right, so. Trying to get a fast lap here.
You can do it. Stay on your toes. Let that dude, every position is more points.
Here we go. We might have it. Duck down the bottom like this. There we go. 7 seconds faster, or 0.7 seconds faster, or 0.7 seconds, I'm sorry. Now we can slow it down and go econ. Who are you? You are Algire, that's right. I knew something with an A. I was going to say arson, but that's what people do when they light buildings on fire, or things. Is Kyle Larson in the chase? I kind of forgot. I haven't heard too much about him lately. This is one guy on Instagram that I don't really follow, but he's in NASCAR and stuff like that. And he's younger, but oh my God, every week, always has something negative to say about some fan base or some driver. You know, starts all this crap up. It's like, these what NASCAR fans are nowadays. Have always, you know, I've never really noticed NASCAR fans like that. You know, maybe I've just never actually been around NASCAR fans, but it is ridiculous. You know, he just absolutely goes to town on Kyle Larson fans. Hates Kyle Larson fans. This past couple weeks ago at Martinsville with the whole Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott thing. I'm a Chase Elliott fan. You know, girlfriend, stepdad, he likes Denny Hamlin. I like both. I prefer Chase Elliott. He's my guy. You know, my guys are Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott. I do like Kyle Larson. I think he's a great driver. I like Kyle Larson, but my two guys up front, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. Then of course there's Ryan Newman. Love Ryan Newman. So let's see, that's Larson, Newman. Oh, and Truex. I'm like, there's 5. You know those 5 drivers. My 5 drivers are Truex, Newman, Chase, Blaney, and Larson. Those are my drivers. Those are my 5 drivers. You know, obviously Mark Martin will forever be my guy. That's my guy right there. But he's just not racing anymore, obviously. So, but yeah. So I really don't care. You know, yeah, it's like, oh, you know, freaking Chase Elliott could have had it, and then that happened. But that's racing. That's 100% racing right there. Then, you know, tempers flare and whatnot. But the fans, man, I was watching videos of fans, and you know, they were coming out threatening Denny Hamlin. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know. But yeah, you know, I don't really get involved with drama. You know, racing is racing. You know, wrecks will happen. You know, tempers will flare on the track. People will, you know, drivers will naturally get mad at each other. You know, and they'll try to get back at them in any way they can. You know, and things might be mistaken for, you know, oh, that was intentional or something like that. You know, you're not the drivers. You know, it's hard to say. As my guy. But it's funny to watch these kids go around on Instagram like that. Oh, I just totally put him in the wall. I'm sorry. I started to drift at the track. Really bad at that. Really bad at that. Should have backed off. Should have backed off. I have so many people hating me right now. That was intentional. He totally put Kurt Busch in the wall. Oh, he should be banned from NASCAR for racing so horribly. Oh. 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 Something like that. That would be exactly what that's what the fans sound like sometimes. What are you doing? Why are you trying to block me? You are probably like 4 or 5 laps down. It's inevitable. Just get out of my way. Didn't I pass you already? Man. Everyone's just driving backwards, per usual. I gotta bump the difficulty. I'm gonna finish the season out on 60, though. So I can win the chase because I cheat. No, that's not it. I'm just terrified to see what 70's like at the end of my season and possibly jeopardize a lot of things, so. I would like to win it. You know, I've struggled a lot this season, moved around in points, but I would definitely like to leave everything where it is and see, what happens when you win a chase, or, if you can win a chase. I don't think I'm gonna win it, honestly. I mean, I got a couple of good tracks left to race at, but Martinsville definitely gonna be the last testament to my season. So. But in terms of racing, definitely want to do more racing once I get my new desktop. It's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to get into, in my off time, as live stream racing. I can't really necessarily make videos. I just don't have the time. I could probably do something, probably some X-Plane videos and whatnot, because it's just a little easier. But in terms of content like this, it's probably going to be live streams, especially things like My Summer Car. I would love to stream My Summer Car. But you can definitely expect more of this, expect more racing once they get my new desktop, and that is coming up here shortly. I worked a butt ton of overtime this week. Well, from what I have been all summer. Overtime is picking up again because we are heading into the holiday season. There's another guy, Ryan Blaney, running 11th, not bad. Yeah, I'll just kind of stay behind you like I did last race. Last race I just kind of stayed behind Ryan and just putzed around the track. Not really in a hurry. I got a 15-second lead over second place. Actually, almost a 16-second lead over second place, so I think we're quite all right for a little bit. Josh Wise down there coming off pit road. But I'd love to, do more racing in the future with you guys and keep this going. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy racing. Racing's been a big part of my life. It's something me and my dad bonded over for a long time. I got into NASCAR myself, at a very young age. I remember my dad had it on TV. We were all in the living room watching it, and I was just watching the numbers go by and on the little ticker tape, whatever you want to call it. And I was just pointing out numbers and whatnot, and I just took an interest to it. Plus, car racing's cool. And I think NASCAR was bigger. It was more. It definitely hit its peak in the '90s. Late '90s was, I think, NASCAR's big peak. And I think NASCAR is definitely trying a lot of stuff to revamp the sport, gain interest again, because times have changed, and the sport definitely went through its phase after Dale Earnhardt. Trying to keep its drivers safe, and I think they were doing the right thing. It just pushed a lot of people away. Oh, this is I was going to say that was going to spell trouble right there. It just pushed a lot of people away in terms of what they were trying to do. And I perfectly agree. All these safety advancements that NASCAR has done to protect the drivers are 100% great. Everything they've done, they've come leaps and bounds, because now a driver could go through a similar wreck and have a more outstanding chance of surviving that said wreck than Dale did. But I also think like I said, NASCAR's done a lot to lose fans too. Oh, yep, that's it. Dang. I mean, he kind of fell off the pace, so I wonder how my front end's doing now that I've been kind of beating and banging around cars. It's pretty good. Pretty good. That's the car. In case you guys didn't already see it.
It's pretty. It's very pretty. It's a pretty car.
Love this car. It's going to be my full-time next year. It's going to be that. I have a UPS scheme I have done up. Showed in the last live stream, of course, that's not going to be shown. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. I'll go and show off all my cars again, so it hopefully uploads to YouTube, so you guys can get an idea. But I have four-page schemes. I have Exide Battery, CN Safety Clean, Amoco, Southwest, and UPS, so that's right. See, I got 5 schemes. I don't want any more than that. Pretty happy with what I got right now. I got my retro throwback scheme to my girlfriend's late uncle. That I'm going to probably use in a couple races, but I think for Darlington, I have one more scheme I want to do, because I did a Southwest Airlines scheme in the new kind of heart livery that we have. I want to do one more in the Southwest's first livery, the Desert Gold, as it's called, as kind of a retro throwback scheme for possibly maybe a race or two to alternate between that Southwest scheme as well. But possibly for Darlington. I don't know specifically where I want to use that scheme, but yeah, I have all these great looking cars, and or at least I think they're great looking. You know, I've put a lot of. I think the UPS scheme I rushed, because I had my NASCAR 14 UPS scheme was much more detailed, much more detailed. And it looked better, honestly, in my opinion. But a lot of my newer schemes now, they look much better. Some schemes that I used to have that I wish I had again. There's actually one scheme from NASCAR 14 that I had. It was a Quaker State. It was just a bright line. Just a bright green and yellow. Some green or yellow stripes on the bottom. The whole car was just green. There was just kind of yellow striping around it in general. And I thoroughly enjoyed that car. I would probably replace, because I had an Exide Batteries card previously in NASCAR 14. So it was kind of, the first scheme that carried over, in a sense, between the two series, or the two games. So, but I don't know if I would remake that Quaker State car or what I'd do, because I got a lot of schemes that I'm happy with now, and I don't want to have like 20 cars and whatnot. So. Next season, I think I'm going to go full-time with this. And this, I'm going to for day races, because I'm going to alternate between this and UPS for the day races, but I'm going to race this every 2 races before I alternate to UPS. And then, of course, night races, I'm just going to alternate every night race between my Southwest and Exide Southwest and Exide batteries. Kyle slowed down pretty bad. But yeah, and then just the Amoco and the Desert Gold Southwest scheme will be for throwbacks or Darlington. I just previously raced that Amoco car at Darlington this season, so next season will be Southwest car.
We can do this all day.
Gonna kind of hang off to the side and get some cooler air.
No one's gonna touch you out here today.
Let's see, one of my cars in NASCAR 14, I had my first sponsor ever was Bank of America, so I had like a red and silver car. I was in a Ford last season in NASCAR 14. I never finished that whole season before I started this, so I might go back and finish that season in NASCAR 14, just so I, can say I completed it. Because I kind of just left it before I started the chase as I was winding down the season. I was doing pretty well, but I never did finish it. So I had that, and I had the Quaker State car. I had the Quaker State, number 44 Quaker State. Then I had the Exide batteries. I had a Holly EFI scheme, very loosely based off of a Canadian National, which is where I got the idea for this, because I kind of had a Canadian National car. It was more of the kind of the black stripe, black and white stripe down the side of the engine scheme that CNN had. CNN, not CNN, CNN, just CN. Wow, I'm getting tired. Whoa, what are you doing, Austin Dillon?
One outside.
For that, we're gonna push you up the track.
Car outside. At your door.
Go back home. You're drunk. But yeah, the black and white stripe down the CN engines. Kind of loosely based off that. But I'll show you guys. I took pictures on my phone. I'll show you guys here again, like I was trying to do last stream, but no one saw or will ever see. And then so I had that. And I think I had the UPS car, and that was it. I had those 5. I've always had 5 cars. I'm just torn because there are other good sponsors that I'm hoping to get. There are sponsors that I haven't unlocked yet. I've unlocked some good sponsors this year. Dollar General, Safety Clean, Comp Cams. I had Mall. Mall was my first sponsor. Pictures of that car, I think. It was very bland looking, very crude. Wasn't all too good. I think we're coming up on our last green flag pit stops here. Should be like 1 a.m. or something. Just kind of, hanging out. Not really in a hurry.
Keep digging, buddy. Not over yet. Work your way around him.
Nah, we'll stay behind him.
On your left side.
Push him around the track too. But yeah, I just, I'm always torn, and if I did, if I did decide to, I wanted another car, I would probably, I'd probably keep the Exide Batteries car, but of course I'd just kind of be like, all right, well, I don't want to race it anymore, so I just kind of make a new scheme and decide, all right, well, this season we're going to have these cars, and we could always do that, but, I'm sure over time, like, all right, I don't really want them as my sponsor anymore, so, or they might drop off as my sponsor, I'm sponsored by Sprint. I used to have a Sprint car, but there was nothing I could do with the Sprint logo that looked good. It's kind of bummed out about that because I'm like, I could be the namesake for the Sprint Cup series, and didn't work out too well. I keep saying you a lot, don't I? Yeah, I know. What do I know? I don't know a lot. Not bad. Almost put them in the wall. That would have been bad altogether. So then I probably would have got loose, or I could have scraped the wall myself. Starting to get low on gas again. Three Fords and a Toyota. Three Fords are racing, two Chevys crashing in a Toyota, trying to win. Sorry. Actually, speaking of Christmas music, there's a study shown that Christmas music is detrimental to your health if it gets played too early. And the reasoning behind that is because when you hear Christmas music, it's kind of an adult, obviously. It's an adult problem. Adulting 101. Listening to Christmas music. Don't do it before Thanksgiving, brother. Yeah, it was shown that Christmas music played before, or just too early in general, stresses you out because you're thinking of all the things you have to do and prepare before Christmas arrives. And on top of that, it means another year is ending. Because Christmas is great and all. I love Christmas. I don't love it anymore in the sense that I get stuff. I just love Christmas because it's a great time for family to come together. I like the holidays. The holidays are a great time. And it's a great time for family and whatnot. And it's where people get to see each other and whatnot. But just thinking about, Christmas, it's the end of the year. It's the end of the year. This is it. This is it. This is the end of 2017. 2017 is coming and going. My car is close to being 10 years old. I'm 21 in a week from today. Another year is come and gone. That's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to think the year's done. The year's pretty much done hitting this time of life.
Once you're outside, don't forget there's a speed limit off your road. Let's get plenty of
A
fuel.
little slower than I wanted to be.
Got some tires if you need them.
But, let's see what time it is. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to show up to the stream. It's 1:37 in the morning. Everyone's probably asleep. So, and I don't think anyone in Europe's going to want to watch me play NASCAR. So, but no, it's the end of the year. End of the year. So it stresses people out because, like I said, they have to think about all the stuff they got to do and all that crap and, and oh God, I got to do this. So yeah, Christmas being played too early stresses people out. And of course, stress is bad for your health because that can, stress can lead to lots of issues, honestly. If you're always stressed out, it leads to too many issues. And can cause major health problems. So there's such thing as being too stressed, and being stressed will eventually kill you. So not to be morbid or anything. So, but yeah, so that's a little study I read. I like to read these studies late at night, or I hear things on the radio. It's just kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Then I'll go and look it up and see if there's any facts to support it, and there usually is. So. Let's see if I can't get another hot lap.
Stay on the bottom. Right's all clear, bud. Looking really good, buddy.
Oh, crap. Not that lap. Still at the track, didn't want to put it in the wall, so... Try this next lap right here.
You just closed down the guy in front by 8/10.
Yeah, I noticed that his time kind of fluctuated pretty hard.
Right side's clear. Got your door up top.
Ah, well.
3 wide, 2 outside. Clear up top.
I can draft him and get a little speed out of him. Not gonna happen.
Car up top.
Ah, well.
Clear on the outside.
$60 to go next time by. Might be one more green flag pit stop then. If that's the case. 60 to go, probably one more green flag pit stop. But yeah, so, but no, it's just always interesting to hear these studies and learn stuff. It's like, yeah, you know, and it's just that there's just such a thing as like, you know, they're already playing Christmas music on the radio. They're playing Christmas commercials. There's Christmas decorations up at the airport. So I see a Christmas tree every day when I walk into work. It's just kind of like, it's too early, guys. There's one holiday before Christmas, you know, that us Americans, we celebrate. Crap.
3 back. Stay high.
Wow, kept the car clean though.
Car in front's heading to the pit.
Let's just check that out real quick. See if my wow. Okay then. And now I gotta kick it up a notch because cars behind me are closing in. That's why I like having a big lead. I can kill some time and not have to worry about it. I'll go down to the bottom.
3 wide, 2 outside. Clear right.
But yeah, it's been a slight goal of mine. I'm sorry to worry about only the car, but it's been a slight goal of mine to finish one race without having any part of the car dinged up, and I may, just may be able to do it this race right here. So, but no, so yeah, I see Christmas decorations at the airport. You know, it's just there's such thing as it's too early, but you know, us Americans, we celebrate Thanksgiving. There's one more holiday before Christmas, and we're just rushing it. We're just like skipping it all together. You know, it's like every year around, and it just seems like, you know, as I've gotten older, it's like I never really noticed it before. You know, when I was growing up, it was just kind of like, you know, okay, you can't start, you know, playing Christmas music on the radio until, you know, maybe a little bit before Christmas, Thanksgiving. Wow, I'm really getting loose. I'm loose for some reason. I need to focus on what I'm doing here for a second. Let's just take a look. Trying to find my line. Maybe I'm just not running my line. I'm trying to run the car in some weird order, and it's not working too well.
Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging.
Sorry, let's see real quick. Okay, yeah. I think I was getting into the gas too hard going through the corner, which was screwing me up. But alright. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Christmas music and stuff. But yeah, just years past, it just seemed like, you know, when I was younger, like, you just didn't play Christmas music much before, you know, much before Thanksgiving. You didn't play it till either day of Thanksgiving, like after the Thanksgiving Day parade, or day after Thanksgiving. You know, Black Friday. Oh, it's official start to the Christmas shopping season. You know, let's start playing Christmas music. Get everyone in the spirit. Let's go. You know, and you probably heard Christmas music on the radio. You know, sometime after. Oh crap!
Eyeside's clear. Watch your rear. Clear now.
But you probably heard Christmas music maybe till sometime after New Year's, maybe a little bit after New Year's. You know, just enough. But now it's like I saw a Christmas commercial about 5 days before Halloween. And day after Halloween, they were playing Christmas music on the radio. And this week, this past week, or maybe sometime last week, they put the Christmas tree up in Terminal 2 at Lambert Airport in St. Louis here. You know, it's just like, we're rushing it again. Why are we rushing it? You know, I remember the first year, poignantly, I think it was like 2007. It was like November 2nd or November 3rd, something like that. In the car with my mom going somewhere. And we were flipping through the stations, and up in New England, 94.9 WHOM is the Christmas station. That's the station that plays Christmas music up there. You know, on the top of Mount Washington, you know, 94.9 94.9 WHOM. You know, it's kind of just a mixture station. They play whatever. You know, just a general feel-good station. They got John Tesh in the morning, some talk show host. I think that's his name anyways. I'm just trying to remember it, you know, because I used to listen to that guy late at night on the radio around Christmas time. Because, you know, I listen to Christmas music. That's the time I listen to Christmas music. But we were flipping through the stations. We passed through 94.9, so I was just trying to find something on the radio. And there it was, you know, Christmas music on November 3rd or 4th, and whatever the heck it was. And my mom just kind of like looked back at me from the red light. Like, I remember this poignantly. You know, wherever we were, I think it was I think we were at a traffic light, and she's kind of looked back at me like wide eyes, like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Is that Christmas music?" And I was like, "What's it doing?" I'm like, "It's only November," and we were both kind of annoyed. We were very, 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 very annoyed. Like
40 to go. Keep it going.
40 to go. I wonder if we're gonna have enough gas.
One back, coming high. High side's clear.
But yeah, no, we were extremely kind of pissed off. The fact that they were playing Christmas music in like early November, it was just kind of a sin. It's very much a sin. You know, it's, in my opinion, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't play Christmas music. It's too early. Don't you know?
Right's clear.
You know, it's kind of ruined all Christmas for me because I kind of dread it coming. You know, I dread kind of Halloween coming up, and it's like, I love Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I kind of have a dark, sinister sense of humor, in a sense. Not like, you know, what you would think, but, you know, I have my Nana's and my mom's kind of sense of humor. It's kind of dry, kind of dark, in a sense, you know, kind of like a little sinister, not extremely like, you know, I mean, there's really no good way of putting it. I just kind of have a dark sense of humor. So, I really don't know how to explain it either. But anyways, so yeah, that's kind of my sense of humor, and, you know, I just like Halloween. I just like, you know, I don't really like horror movies, but I like the classic horror movies like The Shining, Cujo, Christine, and stuff like that. I don't really care for the new bloody gore movies. I don't really care for the like Final Destination or Saw. I don't really care for those. Or It. Don't really care to go see the new It. Never seen the original It either. I will admit to that. Never seen the original. Just not a big scary movie fan. But anyways, but no, it's like I kind of dread Halloween coming up. It's like, you know, end of the year. It's kind of also signifying the end of the year, but not in a bad sense. It's kind of when you, like, you know, you're a week away from Christmas, you're like, well, that's it, the year's over. But no, it's kind of like, you know, great, you know, tomorrow, you know, day after Halloween, they're going to start playing Christmas music again, and they're just not going to wait. They're just going to kind of blow past Thanksgiving. Like I said, I get it, you know, not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving because it's a very American holiday. You know, I know the rest of the world doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving because that's kind of our thing. You know, we have, you know, other countries have their holidays that the U.S. doesn't celebrate because that's their country's holidays. Thanksgiving is our holiday, and you know, it's like corporate America just skips it. It doesn't, you know, doesn't make them money. Obviously, it's like, because someone's like, well, there's no Thanksgiving songs, so why would you be mad at playing Christmas songs? It's festive, it's holiday. It's like, no, I know there's no Thanksgiving songs to play on the radio. But it's just like, just give it a rest, you don't need to rush right into holidays. It's stressing me out. 13th and 31st. Might have one more pit stop. I don't know. I'm trying to gauge it. I don't think we're going to make it to the end on this tank of gas. I'll try to econ it a little bit. Ooh. Cut off the gas a little bit. All right. My thumb had a cramp, so I left the control stick a little bit and started dripping the track. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? I'm in the corner. In the corner, dang it. Yeah, I'm going to try to econ it a little bit. Not be so hard on the gas. Just don't think I'm going to have a fuel economy. And if we do have to pit one more time, I'm taking a splash, and that's it. Maybe right sides and a splash. Should be 30 to go. It's going to be close, that's all I can say. See, the thing I like about the NASCAR Evolution games is they tell you how many laps left on a tank of gas you have. That's the one thing I wish I had here, because I'm trying to look at it and I'm trying to gauge, and I kind of think I don't. But there's no real reassuring facts of whether or not I have the fuel economy to get me there. Or I have the range to get me there, more or less, or whatever you want to use. There's someone on pit road. Let's kind of watch and see what happens here. Well, it looks like he took a drive-through. Yeah, I was too busy looking at the screen and kind of drifted up at the wall. And there's someone else coming in now. Yeah, I'm gonna come in. Now, we'll wait one more lap, see what happens. Yeah, that's a little reassuring. I'm like, I just don't think we're gonna have the range. The thing is looking at the cars, they're just taking fuel and going. Let's kind of just wait and see what everyone else does. Ooh, where are you coming from, Josh Wise? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna wait for everyone else. I think I just gotta go and do it. And we'll try and see how far we can stretch it out. Just gotta watch pit road diligently. I think I misused the. I think I misused that word. I think I probably misused that. Get the actual fine definition of diligently. Got one another car coming down pit road. I think we're gonna take a gamble. Ooh, I think I got it. Yeah, Phil. Let's do 4 tires. We'll just do it and go. Just go. Just do it and go. 4 tires. We'll just do it up. Let's see what we can do. See what happens. See what happens. I don't think they're gonna come in. I think I just saw Biffle. Yeah, I think I just saw him fly by. Yep. May have just screwed things up. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I don't think they're going to make another 20 laps out of that.
Okay, 20 to go.
Watching him like a hawk.
That's a full second you made up on the driver in front. Way to go, buddy.
Hotline.
Car outside, at your door. We're on the high side. Car outside, yeah. We're on the outside. Go to the high side. Inside. We're on the left.
Blaney, where is Blaney? 4 seconds ahead of me. Thing is, everyone's running on older tires than me, so.
Right side's clear. Car outside. Trying to get to your corner. Clear right.
Playing my cards right, I should be able to kind of catch everyone and do what we need to do. Just wish the leader would pit already.
Car in front's heading to the pit. Clear up high. No one more to the top. Car at your door. Up top at your door.
Come on, Biffle, you got to pit.
Car outside. Car outside at your door. You're on the outside.
Come on.
You're one lap down.
Yeah, no, I'm
Front
trying.
into the pit.
There's Blaney.
Steady. Clear low.
You gotta pit. Come on. It's where I fell into last time. It's like the leader didn't pit. Or it seemed like the guy who I needed to pass didn't pit. And he just somehow had all this gas, and it's like, are you kidding me? I know he's got to pit. He's got to pit here quickly, you know. He's been behind me this whole time. How could he, you know, have more fuel than me?
Right's all clear, bud.
You know, all race long, we've been all pitting. Same time.
Inside's clear.
I mean, I'm catching him, so...
You're doing it today. Car outside.
Come on, dang it.
Keep it low. Keep it low. Clear high. Got car closing on your outside. Car outside you. Put it on the high side. Right side's clear. Looking low. Left side's clear. Ten to go.
There's no way. There's no freaking way he pitted
Really good right here.
or can go all that way on the gas that he has. He has to pit. There's no way around it. He has to pit.
One lap behind. Put it on the low side.
The game is intentionally doing this just to piss me off.
9 to go. Okay, this will find your next victim.
I mean, everyone else pitted. Everyone else is pitted, except him. That's just unbelievable.
8 to go. Check your outside. Clear right. Clear left. Car front's heading to the pit. 7 to go.
That better be him going to the pit this time by.
Stay on the bottom. Car high. Car up high.
There's no
Put
way.
it on top. 6 to go.
Can I spin him out, guys?
On your left side.
And even drafting, like, what the heck? He still shouldn't have saved that much fuel. Because everyone else in the freaking... It's just a game. It's just a game. It's life or death. How the heck? How the heck?
4 to go. You're 1 lap down.
Yeah, could you stop telling me that, please? What the heck? This is the case it's been for the last 3 races.
3 to go. Car in front is heading to the pit.
That better be him. God, it better be him. Nope.
Clear left. Right's clear. 2 to go.
How the heck? How the heck has he lasted this long?
Clear right.
Damn it. Yes.
Left side's clear.
No.
On the left. Give me 1 more good one. Outside. Whoa, don't let her get away. High side's clear.
How the hell? Sorry. A lot of noise upstairs. Freaking A.
That's a full second you made up on the driver in front. Way to go, buddy. Checkered flag.
Dang it. This has been like every race that I've raced so far. Except Chicago. What the heck? How the hell am I in 3rd? How the hell am I in 4th? What the hell? Oh, I'm like, what the hell?
Top 5. I mean, great stuff. But you know what? Next race, we need to push a little harder, and let's get that win.
I swear to God, he did not. No, there's. Whatever. Alrighty. Whatever. 2nd place. See, that was the same thing with. What was the last race? Charlotte? No, last race. Yeah, it was Charlotte. What was the last race? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Yeah, the last race was Charlotte, and that was the thing. It's like I made a green flag pit stop, and it seemed like the guy behind me, or the 2 guys behind me last race, didn't pit. Oh well, at least I'm in 1st again. Tied for 1st with Biffle. But it's like I made a green flag pit stop to get fuel, and everyone came through except the 2 guys behind me. It's like, how did they? How? I don't understand, but. Okay, well, back in 1st for points. these guys are ending. I'm going to end my sponsorship with these guys. Make room. Sprint contributes a lot. Definitely going to keep them. Safety Clean doesn't, but I like having it on the car. My biggest contributor is is definitely Sprint. Just kind of looking. I have mostly 3 and 4 star ratings, so it's not bad. Ugh, damn. So we're off to Talladega next. Off to Dega. So we got, yeah, so we won Richmond. In the first chase race, we started first and we finished first. Went to Loudon, qualified first. And like I said, last lap wreck, finished 12th. Dover, qualified 8th, finished 21st. Last lap wreck. And I think I was running second or first. I think I actually managed to get in the first. Probably, I was in the top 5 at least. Yeah, last lap wreck put me in 21st. Charlotte qualified first, finished 3rd. And then yeah, Kansas first, finished 2nd. So we're bound to do something at Talladega, and if not, I don't know what else to say. So I gotta, when this thing uploads, I gotta go back and see if Biffle ever pitted. And if he did, I shouldn't have taken 4 tires. I shouldn't have done that. That was a stupid move on my end. I'm mostly to blame for that, obviously, because I should have just toughed it out with at least gotten 2 right sides. And then I could have gotten out, hopefully, before the leaders came around, but oh well. But yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 races left to go for the end of my season. I've only won 1 chase race, so. But I will show you guys my cars again. Just so you guys can see. And it'll hopefully get uploaded to YouTube this time. So here's my Exide batteries sponsored car. And this was also previously used in Nascar 14, which I'll show you guys right here. So I'll show you, this is also on the, I'm going to roll back around just so you guys can get a side-by-side look. So here's this car on the side. Here is my car in NASCAR 14. Sorry for the glare. Let me actually just turn this down. I need to still be able to see. But yeah, so that's the car in NASCAR 14 I have raced. And well, my phone doesn't fall asleep. Actually, yeah, I'll show you guys my cars from NASCAR 14 real quick. I'll just turn this back up. So here we have my Bank of America car. So it was silver and red. There's the Exide. There's the Quaker State car. I love that car. I really love to race with that car again. Loved that car. There's my Holly EFI, and you can kind of see the inspiration from Canadian National. I'm sorry, Canadian National. I had a slight inspiration from them on that, on the design. And there's my favorite, my UPS car. But you'll see the comparison here between the 2 UPS cars in a moment. That's it. Actually, I only had 4 cars. I'm sorry. No, that's 5. I'm sorry. I can't count. I can't count. So yeah, this is my Exide batteries car, and I did this company slogan on the trunk. It's start positive, stay positive, and picture of battery on the trunk. It's supposed to be a battery, start positive on the top and stay positive on the bottom, and encompassed in a circle. I didn't have enough room on the trunk of this car, like I did in NASCAR 14 to do. So yeah, there's that. Hannah May on the side, because Hannah May Racing, that's my girlfriend's name, Hannah May. Some of my sponsors in the door, American flag. So we will exit without saving. Yes, I'm sure. It's already saved. So there's that. You already saw the Canadian National, so we don't need to show that off. Don't need to show that off. Yeah, there's CN Safety Clean. Here's the Amoco car. My girlfriend's late uncle's car. This is what he used to race. Sponsored by her dad's gas station. They made it to look like Amoco Racing's cars. But yeah, there it is on the side. Amoco Racing, some local sponsors from Wood River, Illinois. Advanced Signs, Pro Exhaust, obviously not Safety Clean. That's a major sponsor. And here's the Amoco logo on the front. I try my best to get it to look like the actual Amoco logo, but of course I'm kind of limited in what I could do, so that's about as good as I could get it. But I think it came out pretty good, pretty well. And of course, some of my sponsors on the car, so that way I get credits. Came out pretty well. I like it. It's clean. I like it. It's very clean. So there's that. Let's see, and then here's the Southwest Airlines scheme. If you guys would have seen my last stream, if you would have seen this car, would have seen it. Yeah, so this is Southwest Airlines. Got our name on the hood. Low fares, nothing to hide. Very, very sharp looking car. I like it. Of course, typical sponsors on the back. Comcast. Normally I put Dollar General in the trunk with some of my cars. I'm actually trying to figure out, because I'm trying to get specific areas for specific sponsors. Because like on all my cars, I keep Safety Clean back here on this part of the car. And for errands, I want to put them kind of where Exide Batteries is and the UPS logo. But I think for this particular car, the sponsor kind of worked out where they are. The errands logo, I'm still on the fence about. I might put that back where it is, and maybe put the UPS logo back there. I don't know. Or put comp cams back there and switch things around. I don't know what I want to do yet. So, but yeah, this is my Southwest Airlines car. Love it. And lastly, is my UPS sponsored car. I think I rushed. I'm going to repaint it to look like the one in Nascar 14th, but here's the UPS sponsored car. I don't know, maybe you guys like it, maybe you don't. Yeah, here's the UPS sponsored car. It looks nice, it looks clean, looks good. I like this on the trunk. I definitely like that right there. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm just being too critical of it. This right here, I don't know what to do with that, but I kind of like it the way it is. But yeah, that's the UPS car. Let me know what you guys think. But now we'll look at some photos, because I have some other cars that I had throughout the season that obviously I don't have anymore. There's a couple, I think a couple of cars. So we'll go back to my NASCAR photos. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we'll just go all the way to the beginning. So this is my first car. Number 94. It was just a plain white Toyota. That was at Daytona. No sponsors, no nothing on the car. It was just white. Just a white car. Racing around Daytona. I didn't do anything with it. I was number 94 because that was Bill Elliott's number. I'm like, oh, I want to be number 94. And this is my second sponsor, or this is my first sponsor that signed me up. This is the first car. This is the first paint scheme I had. Got it here. Took Atlanta. I wanted Atlanta. Now it's number 28 because I'm like, oh, Ricky Rudd. You know, I want to be Ricky Rudd's number. I like number 28. I want to be number 94. I want to be number 28. But yeah, the car turned out all right. I think it was okay. Then of course there's X side. There's the X side car. I still have, of course, now it's number 40 or 44. There's that. There's my sprint car. That didn't turn out all right. Yeah, there's my sprint car. And it was just, I could not figure out anything to do with that sprint logo that worked. So that was my sprint car. So it was okay. Then there's this, all-star race. There's the CN safety clean car. I can't remember what. Oh, that was that Sonoma. I damaged the top of my car. I don't know how that happened. Let's see. Oh yeah, then I have a Dollar General car. I'm over there on the right. Oh, 70. I'm sorry, not 40. Not 44. That was NASCAR 14, number 70. Yeah, I had a Dollar General car. I got sponsored by Dollar General. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do Dollar General, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There's already someone on the track who's Dollar General. I'm like, well, that's okay. We'll just both be Dollar General. We'll just both do it. So, and it's just funny that we're both Toyotas. So, but yeah, that was my Dollar General. There's Amico, and then this was the other scheme that I had, Penske. I did a Penske scheme, which I liked. I only raced with it once. This was all custom. I did logo. It's all custom, customized logo, custom numbers to be that way. I liked it. This car turned out very well. This is my Bristol race, and then, this was the end of my Bristol race. The car was all battered and bruised, and I won. There's the proof in the pudding. I won. The car was all banged up and bruised. But yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it. So, but yeah. Anyways, guys. So, don't got much else to say. It's 2:21. I gotta pack up because I'm flying home on Monday. So I gotta pack up. Legitimately, like literally pack up. So, I do thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. Wish the outcome would have been a little bit better, and I'm sorry to have been a little gripey about the outcome, but that's kind of a disappointment. So, it still baffles me. I do not know if he pitted, and if he didn't pit, could I have stretched it out that far? I wonder. I don't know. Like I said, it baffles me. I should have just taken gas and gone, or gas and right signs. But it is what it is. I'm back in first. I'm tied for first points. So all we can do is win at Talladega and do something. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys next stream, which will probably be in a couple weeks. So, talk to you guys later.